Tracina Latin. I'm a dental assistant at St. Hope. I have two kids, Derek and De'Ara. De'Ara is 18, just made 18 in March. Derek is 12, he'll be 13 in March.
So I'm Sherry Beth White, and I have a 16-year-old daughter named Taylor White, goes to Memorial High School, straight A student, plays basketball for Memorial. Those are basically her two passions, are her studies and her basketball. It's very difficult to pull her away from her studies. She's a very focused young lady, probably not your average 16-year-old.
My name is Michelle. I have one daughter. She is 18 years old. She just turned 18. So she's fixing to graduate in June, which is exciting and scary at the same time. She's going to school at Clear Lake High School, and she's going to start off at a community college because it's cheaper, and then she's going to transfer out to, we're not sure yet, but she wants to be a pediatrician, so, or an MP, she's not sure yet. She's been changing her mind, so we'll see how that goes.
Her prom is today. We are actually getting dressed right now as we speak. She's putting on her dress right now. It's gonna be all over social media, I'm sure. Social media, it has its ups and downs. I guess it depends like on the kids maybe. It can be a gift and a curse because some kids are mean, or I don't know, they abuse it, I guess. We use it for fun. I monitor my kids' social media, so girls at her age are like into fashion and different things, and they'll watch what this person has on, that person has on, or I don't know, say mean things, I don't know, but I kind of monitor it or whatever.
Taylor doesn't do Facebook. The only thing she does is Snapchat and Instagram. I don't do either of those, so I can't honestly say that I really monitor her accounts, although when she's with me, her dad and I are divorced, so we share custody, and so she's with me part of the time. I always kind of look to see what she's doing when she's on it, but knowing Taylor's personality, she's not one to go too far off the deep end. She's very conscious of college applications and schools looking at her, and I do think that goes back to the way she was raised. We've always, both my ex-husband and I, were very careful to instill values in her, make her want to do the right thing. But again, that only goes so far. You hope from the beginning you instill that, and then they make good choices, and there's only so much you can do because we're not with them all the time. So I fully acknowledge that.
And she's been on social media since she was young. She's about 9. She put herself as an 18-year-old so she could be on the Facebook. And she's on Instagram and probably all of the social media there is. And I mean, I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I see what who her friends are. But she's a pretty responsible kid. She has never friended someone she didn't know in person, and so it's really never been an issue.
De'Ara, she's an 18-year-old. She always tells me that like I'm annoying because I always I don't want to say picking, but kind of like talking to her and trying to tell her stuff, and then she gives me like this duh look, like she know, but she listening, but she don't want to tell me that. But my son, he's like a mama's boy. I love that. He listen at whatever I say. He don't give me like a duh look, or he just okay mom, or something like that. But I think that's because he's always playing his video game, and he just want me to like stop talking to him. So
probably one of my favorite things ever was a gift she gave me 2 years ago for Christmas. And you'll see behind me some awards and things I've won, but my absolute favorite, most treasured thing is just this little jar. And for Christmas one year, she gave me this, and they're color coded. She's very organized, as her mother is. So it says funny memories, why I love you, and amazing things about you. And so if I just shake this up and take one out, it's one of those three things that Taylor shared about me. So it is absolutely my most prized thing. And so even at a 14-year-old to do that was a pretty big deal. We were going to a basketball tournament in Dallas about a year ago, and I had 2 of her teammates in the car with me. So I've got all these big basketball girls. My daughter's not 5'3" like me. Thank goodness she's got a killer 3-point shot. But so anyway, we're coming back from the tournament. Taylor's eating an apple, and she finishes her apple, and she said, "Mom, what do you want me to do with this?" I said, "Well, just throw it out the window." She goes, "I can't do that." I said, "What do you mean you can't do that?" She goes, "That's littering." I said, "Taylor, it's an apple." I said, "A bird will eat it. It's biodegradable. Throw it out the window." She said, "No, throw it out your window." I said, "I am driving and there is traffic. Throw it out the window." So she gives me this very disapproving look, and she rolls the window down maybe about 4 inches, and she throws it out as fast as she can, and she rolls the window back up. And she has this look on her face, and I said, "Feels good to be bad, doesn't it? Just a little bit?" She said, "Stop it, just stop it."
She was looking forward to turning 18. She, you know, when you're young, you want to be old. And when you're old, you're like, that's enough, we can stop now, which is where I'm at. But she was excited about turning 18 so that she could go to the store and buy herself a cigar. I'm like, "Why do you want to buy a cigar? You don't smoke." She's like, "I know, Mom, but I can."
I want her to go to school and be successful, be more than she could be. I'm getting emotional, but I don't know. It chokes me up, you know, to let her go. I think with my son, it's gonna be the same way, because then ain't nobody gonna be in the house with me. It's just gonna be me by myself, no kids. I don't know what else. Let's change the subject.
You know, Taylor, without question, is the greatest accomplishment in my life, just bringing this young lady into the world. I am so excited to see what's in store for her moving forward.
I don't think I would say I'm nervous about her becoming an adult. I think I'm just more sad because it will be less and less time with me, because she'll be growing up, she'll be leaving home eventually, not quite yet, but eventually. And I mean, she's a responsible kid, so I don't worry about her getting into trouble or doing crazy things. It's more nostalgic. She's growing up. Bye.
My favorite thing about being a mom is all of it. All of it.
I don't think freaking out with teenagers is a good option, because that just makes them afraid to tell you. And of course, they're gonna do stuff you don't approve of and you don't like, but as long as they have that communication with you, then you can guide them.
I can honestly say of anything I've done, and I've been very fortunate that I've been successful in my career and I've gotten to do some amazing things in my life, there's nothing that compares to being Taylor's mom. And for somebody to go, "Oh yeah, that's Taylor's mom," that's kind of the greatest moniker I could ever have.